Hi everyone. Looking at the week ahead from Friday the 16th to Sunday the 18th of February. It's Tuesday the 13th of February. Happy Valentine's Day for tomorrow to a whole load of you. I know loads will be looking to spend quite a lot of money on Valentine's Day, but not in this household. You can see my wife gets flowers every couple of weeks for herself anyway, so that's that done. I'm not going to talk about Parkrun and their decision on doing away with course records, etc. But I'm going to talk about a couple of key events going on at the end of this week. We got the UK Indoor Championships at Birmingham on the weekend, and then on a Friday night there's a 5k road race at Battersea, the Friday night Under the Lights series put on by Ben Node and Keith Schofield, which always attracts some fast runners, and it has this year. I would think that maybe, if we're lucky, it might be on the Friday night's Under the Lights Instagram. I know Keith tried to do that last time, so hopefully somebody might do that again. So worth looking out on that on Friday evening. All the details are on the Open Track website, and for those of you who don't know, if you actually sign into your Open Track account, you can go to downloads and get a list of runners with all their qualifying performances, some PBs and stuff like that, and list of all the entries. But just picking out a few, Henry McClucky's down there, who didn't run Armagh and defend his title last week, and he's run 13:37 or something I think at Armagh, so he's down on the entry list for Friday. But intriguingly, he's also down for the 3,000 metres entry list on Sunday at the UK Indoor Championship. So I can't believe he's going to do both. Alex Lepetra's down there, second recently in the Southern Cross Country Championships. Dom Nolan, fresh off the plane from running 14:21 in Boston last week. Kadar Omar from Birchfield's in there, generally good bet for running fast, and plenty of others are in that men's race. And then in the women's, the fastest is Taryn Rawlings from the USA, runs close to 15 minutes at her best. And then we've got Beth Kidger, Rebecca Johnson and others going in the women's race on Friday. So I look forward to that. Hopefully conditions not too bad. It looks like it's going to be reasonably mild this week, if not a bit damp. So that should be good for a good rip round Battersea Park. Then across the 2 days of the weekend, we've got the UK Indoor Championships, which are also final sort of trials for the World Indoors in Glasgow. The selection is a little bit complex. No, complex. It's a little bit difficult to really weigh up who's going to get through. These are trials. You must attend the trials, for example, unless you're a World Championships medalist, and a few other caveats. You must either have achieved the standards or get in on the world ranking invites, which is, of course, really dependent on how many are bothered or want to go to the World Champs indoors. And you've got to get automatic selection, you've got to win the British Champs, you've got to fulfil all those things, really. So looking at the 800, the World Champs qualifying time is either 1:44 outdoors or 1:46 indoors for the men. Guy Learmonth has run pretty well this year. He's the outstanding favourite. What I should say is Neil Gourley currently is down for the 8, 15 and 3,000, keeping everyone guessing. But at midnight tonight, the 13th of February, people have to declare exactly which event they're going for. But Neil's down for all three. He hasn't done much on the indoor, or shown much form this season, so we don't know what he's really up to. But with the indoors being World Indoors being in Scotland, you might think he might be tempted. On the women's side, the qualifying times for the World Champs are 1:58 outdoors or 2:08 indoors, and there's some people who can really rattle around those times, such as Gemma Reekie is probably the hot favourite. We've got Izzy Boffey, Ellie Baker and Erin Wallace I'd pick out as the other candidates in there. The men's 1500, intriguing, as I say. Neil's entered again, but we've got Piers Copeland, who's starting to show a bit of form. Adam Fogg and Callum Elson. Now, those two guys, I will give a shout out, because I would imagine most people watching this are aware they're great YouTubers, and actually there's not many top class runners consistently putting out good content about their training and racing on YouTube, and these are two. Both of them put their money where their mouth is. I've got to say, I've got to admire them. I mean, Callum went all the way to the States to try and get the qualifying time for the World Champs, which is 1500 is 3:32 outdoors, or 3:34 indoors, but there's a 3:53.5 mile qualification. He ran 3:53.22 last week, so he's got it now. And Adam Fogg went even better. He ran 3:49 at the Millrose Games. Absolutely brilliant breakthrough run for Adam. And both of them, you will have seen, have had their ups and downs on their YouTube channel, and it's great examples of people with the let's go after it sort of mindset, and dealing with the the down periods as well as the successes, and just giving it a go. And fair play to both of them. So look forward to seeing perhaps both of them going in the 1500 at the weekend. And in the women's 1500 is really quite competitive. Three girls stand out particularly in that: Georgia Bell and Reve Walcott-Nolan. Georgia's on a sort of second career, if you like, in the sport, and is down to 4:03 for 1500, as is Reve, down to 4:03. And Sarah McDonald, again, perhaps also on a second career after quite a bad spell of injuries. She's done 4:05 this season. The qualification is 4:06.5, so all three have got it indoors this year. 4 minutes if you run outdoors. Then we go to the 3000s. We've got a whole bunch. Neil Gourley again listed currently. Henry McCluck is listed currently. Alfie Manthorpe, Zach Seddon, George and Charlie Wheeler, James West. Maybe an outside shout is James Young, who finished, I think he was second in the Armagh 5K, ran really well. So that was last week. So he's fit and healthy, ready to go perhaps. Qualification is really hard though. 7:29 for 3,000 metres outdoors, or 7:34 indoors. That's crazy fast. So perhaps it's going to be more about people trying to run and get a British Championship gold or just a medal. So again, a very competitive race. Will be intriguing. Currently there's a lot of people listed for this race, so could be carnage if they just run one race. And well, they all I think there's 26 last time I looked, so quite a few down for that. Be very interesting. The women's side, Laura Muir's listed, but she won the Millrose Games 2 miles last week, and so I'm wondering, well, it's only on Sunday, so I'm wondering whether she'll actually go for this. Hannah Nuttall was also out in the States racing, over 5,000. Melissa Courtney Bryant's down for it, plus some other really good female athletes. So qualification there is 8:27 outdoors, 8:37 indoors. So these 3,000 qualifications for the World Champs are extremely tough. So it may change who's willing to give it a go or not. That's about it. That's what I've got. I'd also say the USA Champs are going on over the weekend. Finding where the UK indoor champs might be shown is really difficult. I'm assuming it's going to be on British Athletics YouTube TV, a British Athletics TV YouTube channel, because it doesn't seem to be on BBC, BBC One, BBC Two, Red Button or anything. So just keep an eye on that. Nothing on the website, but yeah, I hope that'll be the case. I hope to be up there seeing some of the weekend's action. So hope you all have a good week.